Hey guys, Bubba Rutherford, Rutherford Land and Cattle. You know, y'all see that calf running off there? Doggone it, it's running off. Anyhow, I'm gonna put a picture on here of that calf here in a second. But this is what I want to bring to you. This is a broke mouth. That cow there, when she's fat, right now she'll weigh 1050, but it's got a decent bag, and she's a broke mouth cow. Right now her calf will weigh 375 almost. Now that calf will weigh right at 400 pounds. But this is what I'm going to do. This cow here, she rebred about 2 months ago, and I know she's 2 months bred. So what I'm going to do with this cow here, the reason I'm doing this because I sell a lot of broke mouth cows to people turnout type cattle. This calf don't need to stay on this cow in the another 100 pounds. This calf needs to come off this cow, and this cow needs a break. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to let her fatten back up. She's fat and sassy. I mean, look how fat she is. And got that calf sucking on her, that big calf, yellow ball face. But what I'm going to do is this right, and this is an unusual situation. But what I'll do is this right here with this cow. I'll probably, instead of knocking this cow in the head, which I do, this is a $750 cow, a $750 bred cow is what this cow would be. But what I did, I went ahead and let her have that calf. Once she had that calf, I turned her out over here, and now then I'm just right. She's one of the cows, and one of my turnout cows. So what I'm going to do, now that I've always told my people, be sure you run bulls with your cattle. Just run your bulls with those turnout cows. That way, if they do breed back, you don't have to sell those cows. You know, you've got a bull been with them and everything, and you may have a chance of getting 2 trips out of them. So now then what I'll do on this particular cow, I'm just going to leave her here and let her raise another calf. Then I'll wait until next, as long as she's raising me, because that calf right there is going to more than pay for that cow. You know, I mean, or right at it. You give that calf another, and that calf is a replacement type calf. I mean, I sell calves like that at 600 pounds, 550 to 600 pounds for $750. And so then I'm just gonna, I got a free cow, and then I'm just gonna let her do it again. And so that's just kind of give you an example. But you gotta look, here's another one though. Here's another comparison. Just because they're a certain age don't mean anything. Here's another one. This cow right here, she's a broke mouth cow. She's a turnout cow, but her, there was something wrong. That calf ain't worth a lick. That calf is no good. Cow's got a good bag, everything looks good, but dang near like it calf there's daddy must have been a llama. And so just to kind of let you know. But here, let me show you some more while we're here. Most of the time on these old turnout cows, the people run good bulls and everything, or they wouldn't have they wouldn't never get to be that old. Look at that right there. There's a 350 pound Charolais type calf. This cow, this calf's mama is a Brayford type cow, and I bought her. And the reason I bought her, she's one of my turnout cows. And here's the reason I did it. She had an eye knocked out, and I had her in my little groups. Nobody wanted to buy her or anything. She had, and I had her. She's like a 7-year-old cow, but that cow had her eye knocked out, and nobody would take her because she had that eye knocked out. It wasn't bad or anything, so I went ahead and just kept the cow, just let her raise it. Matter of fact, there's the mama way over yonder, and so now that I'll go ahead and raise that. That cow's bred. I'll let her have another calf. One-eyed cows do not bother me. But that's just to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing here on these turnout type cows. There's another example right there. That right there was basically a number 2 yearling that I had here last fall. he just couldn't straighten out, he just couldn't never fit him on a load. So I stuck him on grass. Grass does miracles. Guys, I mean, grass just does miracles. But just kind of let you know, there's just no milk cow there. Here's another one. This right here, this old cow here, she was just a thin type cow. We turned her out on some grass. She got that Charolais heifer calf right there in front. And dadgum, but just grass and mineral goes a long way. But I just wanted to kind of show y'all what we're doing with some of our turnout cattle. And guys, they always don't work that way. Now that's just a young Charolais type cow. The reason I put her in here, because she was so poor, nobody'd want her, and she was poor. I put her out here, and now then she's just gaining weight with leaps and bounds. But guys, listen, you don't always go by fat, slick cows. Fat sells. Yes, fat sells. But fat is not what you're after when you're going there. You want to make sure that they got what it takes to produce. Let me give you an example here. One more example and then we'll be done. This right here is just a little old cheap. This is like, matter of fact, this cow right here is a 3-year-old cow that I had on a special. Y'all remember when I used to run those $500 specials? $500 specials, and then and nobody took her, so I went ahead and let her have a calf here. I'm gonna come back to this cow right here in just a second. I'm gonna look for a calf. I don't see, right there is her calf. $500 special, right there, 3-year-old. That's her calf on the right side, right there. Now then, let me show you something else. When you're looking at these turnout cows, here's a very prime example right here. Here's an 1,100-pound cow. She's a solid mouth cow, and she was a cow that the bag was rough, so I had her over there on my $750 cows. Nobody'd want her. Why? Look at her bag. Pretty rough, ain't it? You say, well, man, you can't sell a cow like that. Now then, let's look at her calf. I rest my case. On these turnout cows, here's the deal, guys. On these turnout cows, you're looking for something that's going to put some meat on their bones, something that's going to work. And guys, that's what that is right there. Look at the bag, make sure they got a bag, make sure they got stuff that'll work. Now then, that son gun there, I'm fixing to wean him. I mean, he's got to come off in the next 30 days. He'll start going backwards. And so, anyhow, I just want to kind of just bring this to you and just kind of let you know here as I'm riding around doing this, and just kind of give you an idea. But this is my set of cows that I have here at my house, and what I do with this particular pasture is the pasture that I call the Cave of Adullam. And if you look at the Bible story about David, he had all the misfits and all the people that was broke, discontent, people that just couldn't make nothing of themselves and didn't seem to have it together. And then all of a sudden he took them to the Cave of Adullam, and they came out, and when they come out, they were mighty men of valor. So folks, what I'm saying is these cattle here, they didn't look like this when I brought them here. All these cattle, basically what these cattle look like is this right here. And you can see I bought this cow right here this last week. She's a 6-year-old, 4 months bred. See how poor she is? I just bought her just because she's a cheap little old cow, and I wasn't even planning on buying any cows that day. But then they run something like that in there, and I just couldn't help myself. And because what'll happen is this right here. You can make them look like these, if you've got the grass and if you got the time, the guys, just like right now, we got all this good grass and everything. Don't be scared to go out there and get you some cattle. My cows always look better. The cattle that I sell, they always look better in 30 days on the next man's place, for the simple fact of get them out of that atmosphere to where we shuffle them around and everything, and then they get to looking a lot better. That little pair right there, the reason that pair's here, because she's just a little old young 3-year-old. This is her second calf. Nobody wanted her, so I brought her here. 4-year-old, she's 4-year-old, and now then she's doing awesome, doing a great job. This is Bubba Rutherford saying we buy and sell cattle 6 days a week, always closed on Sunday. You guys help go out and enjoy the rest of your day.